Today we're going to take a look at two of the best and most requested by you guys ground attack strategies for Town Hall 9. Starting off with this one here, which is super easy and super strong. Let's jump into some attacks and see how it's done. Alright, here we go. Taking a look at this base, and I did already hit this base and I did fail, so something that you want to keep in mind, which is kind of new for me for Town Hall 9, is you don't really want to leave the prince on the back end. That's not a good idea. We'll go ahead and run through things here. So what we're going to do with this army is, first of all, start with the Archer Queen. Try to get the giant arrow through one of the Expos, ideally the one on the back end of the base. That way you don't have that damage back there. So we'll pop that. We hit the Expo. We're going to drop in the Earthquake and the couple of lightning spells as well. Get that out of the way. Queen's going to do a little bit of cleanup over there on the top side. Set the other side of the funnel. You could do 2 witches if there's not a lot of stuff on the edge. I probably could have done 2 here, or you can do 3 witches like I did, especially if there's a lot of stuff to get through. I was a little bit late with that poison. The queen could have taken out the prince there, but I was too busy yapping, not paying attention, but that's okay. The witches will be able to get them down. Let's go with that. Let's get a couple of wall breaks in. And there we go. Wall breaks. Make it to the wall. Oh, God, they didn't hit the junction. That's annoying. Let's rage. And then one more wall breaker. Okay, and then we got the defensive lava hound making his way out as well. So we'll just be patient there. Pop the king's ability. Got the bowlers moving through. Once the witches pop the lava hound, make sure you get that poison down to help cover up the lava pups. So obviously you want to get those taken care of. Alright, and then we're gonna kind of just let things beat through the walls on the backside. We can... I was about to poison that queen, but we're gonna freeze her instead. And then there we go with the poison for the lava hound. It's gonna pop here shortly. Alright, and everything's actually looking pretty good this time. So, like I said, I did hit this base and I did fail, but I was hitting at the town hall. Leaving the prince on the backside was probably the biggest issue. And I think not only that, but all the trash that's on this side of the base. So you want to hit the side of the base that's not going to have so much trash if you can, because the trash is just going to slow your entry down and it's going to mess things up. I just relearned that mistake myself, so hitting from the other direction definitely is helping out and making it look like a much stronger push on the back end. We'll let this one wrap up. This will be a 3-star. We still have a golem. We still have a bunch of witches. It's just going to be a matter of cleanup at this point. We still got a barbarian king, so we'll skip to the end and then move on to the next example. There's a Root Rider army in there that I actually tripled with, and then the Super Dragon one. All right, let's take a look at one more attack before we move on to the next army. So let's see how this base is set up here. We can try to grab the queen with the Expo on that left side. So we're going to wait until she hops back over that Expo. We'll hit it with the giant arrow and then hit it with the quake and lightning spells. So we're going to let her move one more spot and then hit her. So there we go, like that. And then that times perfectly, so we can get the queen a little bit of damage. It obviously doesn't take her out, but it gets some damage on her. Do 3 of these. We'll actually give a golem to the queen on the outside, so she'll stay alive for a bit longer. Where's that golem going? I guess he's going around the wall. That's cool. That's fine. Got the funnels going. Shoot. Shoot. Don't. Oh, my. We go. Wall breaks are in. We got the CC troops coming in. And remember, you only have 1 rage with this army, so you definitely want to use it for the bowlers mainly. Because if you can get the bowlers into the base and get them raged up, they do an absolute absurd amount of damage. So that is going to be the main idea for them. Let's go with a little jump here. Let's go with a freeze. And then let's go with a rage. And there we go. We'll get the bowlers going. Those extra bounces doing a bunch of damage. Where did that lava hound go? He's stuck on a golemite. All right. Just take out the prince. We still have bowlers moving through, but they are going down at this point. Lava hound's still stuck on the golemite, so that's actually not such a bad thing. Still have a whole golem over here, tanking for all these witches, which is exactly what you want. Witches. Come on, get through these defenses. Get through the Archer Tower, the Tesla. We got some skellies popping up. Not a big deal. Now we got the big lava hound moving over to the witches. So once they manage to get through that, we can drop this poison. Actually, once they get close, you don't want to wait all the way down. But in the meantime, we got all these skellies. Look at all the skellies. Look at all the golems still moving through. This is exactly what you want to see with this attack strategy. absolutely demolishes bases when you do it right. I've been a bit of a noob tonight, but hey, even with me, it works. So if I can do it, you can do it, because I'm terrible at the game. Let's move on to the next army. So this is going to be the second army which was requested, and this is the Hog Rider army, one of my favorite attack strategies across most Town Hall levels. Let's go ahead and do a couple of hits. Alright, so the principle for this army is pretty simple. You're going to use your kill squad, which is essentially your heroes, your golems, your Valkyrie, to push into the base. You want to try to take out at least one enemy hero and the clan castle, ideally both enemy heroes, but as you can see on this base, it's not really practical with the enemy hero on the back side of the base. Now the queen's probably a higher priority because she's going to do a lot more damage, so to try to get the queen and lure the CC, we got to go into this compartment right here. That is exactly what we are going to do. So we'll do that. Let's get a Valkyrie here to set up that side of the funnel. Do a couple of wizards there. And then we should be able to wall break in. Our wall break's kind of split there. That was a bit unfortunate, but there we go. We got the wall opened up. The golem's still confused. There we go. He figured it out. All right. We are on our way. So what we can do is we'll use the poison for the CC, and then we can use the Skelly spell. Oh my goodness. Somebody did this in last stream with the headhunters. But in any case, you can use one of the Skelly spells to help deal with one of the enemy heroes. So that is an option as well. But the queen's going to help get rid of the enemy king. We actually got the enemy queen up here firing away already. So we're going to go ahead and start our Hog Riders. And just kind of send them in like this. We'll use an early heal over that bomb tower. We'll use the Skelly spell on the enemy queen. More hogs around the top. You don't necessarily need to drop them all in at the same spot. They'll all come together in the core of the base. And remember, the most important thing with the heals is don't heal where the hogs are. Heal where the hogs are going. So we're going to heal right here because they're all going to join together over that archer tower. And you can see all these low health hogs are going to get healed back up. The other thing is, don't wait too long to get your cleanup troops in. And look at that. Just like that, the base is gone. The Hog Riders are very, very strong at Town Hall 8. So we'll heal where the hogs are going. There we go. They'll get healed all the way back up. So if there are giant bombs there, it's not going to be an issue. They're not there anyway. We'll throw a couple of freezes on it. Nothing but cleanup at this point. We'll skip to the end of the attack and then do one more. Alright, here we go with the next attack, last attack of the video. We're going to do the same thing. This time we do have the Prince. So this is where the skeleton spell is not going to be so helpful for you, is when you have the Prince on defense. So we definitely want to prioritize the Prince over the Queen with the kill squad. Because, I mean, obviously the Skellies are not going to do anything to the Prince. Let's actually just use a couple of wizards. They're out of range anyway up here for the defenses. Same for this side. Let the funnel establish and then send the heroes down the middle. Then we can use the Valkyrie there to help kind of support the heroes as well. So there we go. A couple of golems in. King, Queen, Valkyrie. And then as things continue to move in, we use a couple of wall breaks. I hate when they split like that. I'm dropping them on the exact same tile and they go in two different directions. But that's okay. Send in a couple more wizards. We're out of cleanup troops, but we really need to get that Prince down. It's going to be a big problem. The Queen's distracted at the moment. The King's tanking the damage nicely, but that's not really what we want to be doing. I'm going to freeze him one more time. Poison over here to get rid of that and get this Queen to catch up and help my King before he dies. There we go. Finally stepping in. And now the Queen can deal with that. So now we can send in some Hog Riders. We're going to drop a little Skelly spell like that. A lot of traps up there. We're going to go ahead and heal over that bomb tower. A few more hogs from the bottom side. A few more over here. And we are on our way. Pop that Queen's ability. We're going to heal here as the hogs move from there to there. Oh, the Skelly spell didn't stop the Queen. She's on a little rampage, but the defenses are dropping, so it's not going to matter much. Getting through the Expo on the backside of the base. Everything's going to head towards that Wizard Tower. That's where we're going to do the last heal. My Queen's going to fight the... what? Yeah, I was going to say, are the Queens just going to ignore each other? There we go. Alright, drop in the last cleanup. No defenses left on the base. We'll skip to the end, as always, and this will be a 3-star. I had to use all my wizards early. It is kind of wacky how I can literally drop the wall breakers on the exact same tile at almost the exact same time, and they go to two completely different walls. And then not only did they do that, but they did it twice in a row. Oh, Parker, you didn't read the rules. Parker, You can't just come in and self-advertise. You gotta at least ask first. Do not advertise yourself, your clan, whatever it may be, without permission. It's an easy rule. It's not so hard to say, hey, can I do this? And here we go, the attack wraps up. Oh, wait, we missed the builder hut. Okay, there we go. So the attack is wrapping up. That's gonna be a 3-star, and this is a very strong and a very fun attack to learn at Town Hall 9. And that is going to do it for this video. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask down below. And if you want to see more Clash of Clans content, I recommend checking out one of these videos right here.